Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, namaste, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Sat Sri Akal, Salam Alaikum. I'm very confident all of you guys are thriving there in euphoria, and because so am I. And yeah, I haven't recorded since 2 3 days. I have been writing my screenplay for film and been collaborating with different companies on different other things that I'm coming from. I'll share soon with all of you. A lot of developments happening in my professional life. And yes, I have been connecting with a lot of my soul family community where I am planning to do a lot of live sessions and develop more of content and engage you people on different other platform on Instagram. And because I have been getting requests to bring more on different other platforms also, so we'll do that. So I've been working on the background while balancing and keeping myself relaxed and self-care. So just let's start with a small chanting. So Munchkins, I think it's Sunday. Yeah, it's Sunday today. I'm recording, and it feels wonderful. It has been raining every single day, and yeah, I feel so fresh and with fresh vibrations, fresh perspectives, fresh outlooks, and a new day, new moment, new ideas, new connections, and all of that. So today the topic I'm talking about is trauma, because I have been getting a lot of people have been facing their fear these days, facing their dark side, and in my vicinity, especially my friends, my family members, and community people who I'm connecting with professionally, I've been seeing a lot of people have been coming across, encountering their own dark shadow side a lot. We all have that, even I have, but I don't encounter much of that side with me today because I have specially integrated that with the lighter side of me. So it is no separation today. The dark and the light is one for me. So even if there is a dark emotion, I feel instantly I have a higher perspective to it, and there is an awareness that okay, this is a part of me, but this is not whole of me, and I have other perspective, a higher perspective to it, and I transpire and transmute that to high vibration and channel it to something creative. That is what we are learning about in this journey of well-being, right? So yeah, trauma and its consequences. So I've been reading a lot lately about that, and I came across a very wonderful musician, songwriter, and a singer, a female artist, a global artist, and how she very long time back she had started very early her career, and I do not wish to name her because so many people have gone through many things. I myself have gone through a lot of molestations in my through my relatives, family, and even outside of that. So, but of course, it was my attraction. It was my path, my journey. My soul had signed for that, so that I can grow from it, I can heal myself and share this with all of you and evolve as a person. And that was my karma, and I completely take accountability for my experiences, my attractions, and my trauma, what I had attracted for myself, because that made me a better person today. But what happens, not everybody are so blessed in this moment. We all are blessed, but not aware at this moment. So for me, being blessed is being aware. If you're aware, even you can channel your trauma, you can make something best out of your trauma, and because you have the power to heal yourselves. But what we are living more than higher number of the ratio of people globally are creating realities, experiences, consequences. Every experience, karma is a consequence, has a consequence. So we are living with the karma of a traumatic karma from past, like our, how should I explain it? It is past, but unless and until it is active in your consciousness, it is your present, and it will, unless and until you let it be your past, it will be your future too, right? Because your present is creating your future. So similarly, I was reading about this artist, how she's a great artist, but what happened? She was raped. She was raped in a early stage of her age, and that had been a very huge scar, a big trauma in her life. And even if when she was growing in her musical career, she always wrote songs and performed and everything from the place of trauma. So she was creating new karma from that place. The source was trauma, so the consequences were more traumatic for her. She was going deep dark depth into darkness. People, even people accepted her also. At the same time, people humiliated her, people looked down on her, because she created that for herself, and the trauma she was carrying was the place from where she was creating her reality every moment, and that was the consequences she was attracting for herself. So the trauma and its consequences, that is what we are talking about, is about if you do not heal the trauma, every time you attract a consequence which is created based on the trauma that you're carrying in the present moment in your consciousness, right? So if I I think few years back, till then, when I was not healed, spiritually healed myself, physically, mentally, emotionally healed myself, when the trauma was active in my mind about my feeling attacked, or people trying to molest, even if somebody genuinely used to praise me or compliment me for my beauty or my work or my grace or my skills, my gifts, or whatever, right? I used to think, oh, they are just objectifying me. Oh, they have some agenda, because I was living from the place of trauma. I always saw the world as a dark space, people as these beasts who are looking to harm you or hurt you. And I was always scared that if I be vulnerable, if I go out there, speak my truth, be open, be flexible, be independent, people will all walk over me. That was all the trauma talking, right? The self-talk was coming from the place of trauma. So I was creating the same reality. Wherever I was going, I was looked like that. I was objectified, or I was taken for granted, not taken or respected or honored the way I deserved to be. It's not because those people who I attracted were intending to do that to me. Those people I attracted were having their own trauma, and they were reflecting the same what I was reflecting onto them. It's all mirroring, right? So I attracted people who had those trauma, who were looking for those people and entities outside of them with whom they can be aggressive or insulting or objectifying. It's not they were doing consciously, they were only living their trauma like I was living my trauma, and creating these consequences which was hurting me more, creating more and more of traumatic experience. The moment I took the journey within, I healed myself, and today, even if there are people today, when I'm more vulnerable, I'm more in a state of self-empowerment, I come across all kind of people who feel they are broken, people who are angry, people who are having their trauma present in their in this moment, living from the place of trauma. At the same time, I attract people who are in the same vibration, who are loving, caring, vital, vibrant, and aware, So there I'm connecting with them. At the same time, in the crowd there are few people who are unaware of their trauma, and they come from that space. They try to speak a language which is hurting, or which is not respectable or honorable, right? So and there are people today who also objectify me, or talk about my body or whatever, right? Or my conversation or my content or my work. But today I don't take it as a insult, or I don't take it as a disrespect. I see it as a trauma within them. I have compassion for them. I empathize for them. That doesn't mean I don't have my boundaries, or I don't discern myself, or I don't be assertive. It's not that, but I'm not here to judge anyone, because I have healed myself. I see them as one with me. Just I understand they are they are not aware of their light yet, and that's a journey they will take, because I was also there one day, right? So somebody's reflection of their vibration is their trauma, or their awareness, or their alignment, similarly as mine. But the experience, what I am attracting, is based on my energies. Similarly, what they are attracting is based on their energies. But if I'm living from a trauma, another person is living from their trauma, we attract experiences and create consequences in our personal space, which is coming from that space, the traumatic energy, right? And you will attract more of people into your space who will bring that more of the trauma. They will show you that dark side of them. It's not because they are only dark. It's because you are asking for more of that, because you're creating from the place of trauma, right? Now, I know people like when we hide because the trauma, and especially the biggest energy due to the trauma which we create, is fear. And the fear leads to many other, which is anxiety, worry, stress, illness, and anger, aggression, and all that. But the main base is the fear of being judged, fear of being unloved, fear of being taken for granted, fear of being utilized and thrown, fear of being abandoned. It's all fear. The main energy is fear, right? Fear of being judged, or whatever. I'm repeating the same thing. So even I remember there was a friend of mine, when I was saying ki, let's do this. I had an idea, and let's do this. I think it's more than a year back, and the friend said, I don't know if I can do this, because I don't know, I'm not sure. I just don't want, if I do this, it might affect people around me, because I have some limitations about it, or I have these people around me who get affected by my choices in life. So that's a sense of codependency. I'll make a different video on that. So they are going to get affected if I make this choice in my life. So I'm not sure. See how we put things on other people, because it is our trauma inside of that. Sometimes we are aware, and sometimes we are not aware. The aware person will be knowing that they need to heal that. It's not about any other person, but the unaware or unconscious or unawakened person always thinks they are only doing good for people. They think that if I do this, it might hurt or affect other people because of my past experiences. You're living with the memory. You're letting the memory use you in the present moment by keeping it active in your consciousness. But instead, you understanding that there is a trauma behind that, because I have had such experience or something similar or familiar experience in the past, and I must let go that. I must heal myself in the present, so that I don't keep repeating the same thought and creating from the place of the trauma and attracting consequences, which is putting me in the same cycle, and which is attracting same kind of reality for me, where I feel hurt. Nobody is hurting me, but I'm feeling hurt because I'm creating from the place of trauma. I'm only limiting my perspective to the reality that I have lived, but not the possibility that I can live, right? So that is what I wanted to talk, that when we create, when we sit in that place of trauma and not heal it, the consequences are going to be same or even more hard today, because we are evolving. At the same time, the trauma is getting deeper and deeper and deeper when we create more of experiences like that and keep getting hurt again and again, so it becomes more stronger, and that has a deeper effect on us, and we create more of experiences where we keep playing a victim. So break that cycle by healing that trauma. Get professional help or start meditating at home today. There are so many resources and guidance tools today to get it done online at home. Sound, light. I have also shared so many links here of light for light language healing. So stop creating from the space of trauma. Stop running away from your own fears. Face them. I'm not saying do it at once. You can't. Nobody. It took me years to reach here. But take an initiative today, and don't compare your journey with anybody else. If I took years, that doesn't mean you will have to. You will also take years to heal that. At least identify, at least acknowledge that it is my trauma. I have got hurt in the past, or I have faced such an experiences which has created a deep scar in my life. So I have been creating like I had a very abusive relationship with my mother and father. So all my life I have been attracting or creating from that trauma, from that scar, that fear, that lack, more of experiences which was mentally, emotionally, physically abusive to me, including food or connections or jobs or situations, everything, right? So understand that if something doesn't make you feel fulfilled and happy and whole in the moment, it means you are creating your experiences and realities from the space of the trauma, and it's high time, not for anybody, but for yourself. Deal with it, get rid of that, move forward. And you have to face it, feel it, to heal it. You have to address it. You can't throw yourself to substances, addictions, work, travel, whatever, or service. You just want to. There are people who go and do service and they think that that will fill the void inside of them. You can't do that. You got to heal yourself. Otherwise, in your personal life or professional life or social life, you will be only dealing with traumatic experiences, and the void inside of you can never be filled. So don't look for the answers outside of you, like this will fill that void, or this will make things all right. Okay, I will work more and earn more money and forget about this thing, my emotions. Okay, I will do these things for my family and friends or my community, and I will not face my own emotions. Doesn't happen like that, doesn't work like that, right? You will be only creating more, and how much ever you do, I don't have to tell you, whoever you are, if you are creating from the space of trauma, you are never happy. You always come back to the same beginning point where you feel void, you feel empty, you feel unloved, right? It's not about anybody, it's that you're creating from the space of the trauma, and the consequences are reflecting the way you're feeling inside. So deal with it, face yourself, and heal that trauma, so then you come into your alignment, your wholeness, and then your experiences will be new, your path will be new, your connections will be new, and you will be complete and fulfilled with or without anyone or anything. Then when you get out and create, I don't have to tell you anything, how it would be, because in some area of your life, some moments, you must have created those experiences which has been fulfilling, right? Maybe holding your baby, or maybe kissing your partner, or maybe just signing the first job contract, whatever, or getting into the college you wanted to. Imagine how it feels, right? If your life every day feels like that without a reason, what kind of life you can create for yourself and all of us, right? So I wish you all the best and send you love, light, and quantum healing energies. Sit and write down what are the points, what are these trauma that is disturbing you and blocking your growth today and every day in every area of your life. find the tools. You can write to me what are the tools. These, I remember 4 days back, I had put an Instagram post. A friend of a girl had written to me that I have this anger towards my parents and I'm not able to deal with it. So I had told her, I'll send you a meditation. You do that every day 2 times and sit with it, and it will clear your energies, those blockages that you have, and it will eventually heal your trauma, and you will be able to forgive your parents. So like that, right? Find those answers, find those, meditate. You will find your answers. Your spirit will guide you towards those tools and resources which will further help you in your healing journey, and you can get rid of those traumatic experiences and have new thoughts and vibrations in the present moment, and not live in the past, in the present, and create the same future, right? So thank you very much, and if you like my work, my content, please share your feedback about how you feel that all that I talk about here, and in anything you want me to talk about, or anything you want to just connect with me. I love to connect. I would love to connect with all of you in person now, because I'm expanding and evolving, and I want to expand my community. If you don't have anything good to say, you can just meditate in silence, send me love. If you have anything good to say, please tell me, write to me here on the comment section. And that's it. I just wanted to connect with all of you. Love you. Bye bye. Take care.